Well, somebody has finally gone and done it. We've long wondered when somebody would officially shut down Donald Trump's social media, and it looks like the first player is Twitch. They have shut down the official Donald Trump campaign account for hate speech. In a recent interview with The Federalist, Donald Trump was asked if he thought Twitter would ban him, and he said yes, but he believes before the fall. Now, he was asked about joining the new microblogging site used by conservatives, Parlay. He said he might do it. But what we're seeing here is not just impacting Trump, right? So they suspended his account. We'll see what happens with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, other platforms. But we did just see as well a mass ban wave across social media in general, purging pro-Trump, right-leaning, and anti-SJW style accounts. Reddit purged 2,000 different subreddits, including the ever-famous The Donald, one of the largest, if not the largest, forum for Trump supporters. Now, this site was inactive. They'd moved off to their own platform, the Donald.win, a long time ago, seeing what was to come. And now, for some reason, after being inactive for 4 months, they were banned. It's all very, very strange. In my opinion, I think there are many individuals, especially in Silicon Valley, who are doing everything in their power to stop Donald Trump from winning. And yes, even many Republicans, never Trumpers, if you want to call them, I think the stops are being pulled out. And there are a ton of people who are throwing everything they can at Trump to stop him from winning. One of the most important things to bring up is a tweet I put out this morning as to what I think is going on. You see, I recently received a mail-in ballot for someone who does not live in my home, someone I know, and someone I know didn't ask for it. And I'm confused as to why it came. And the thing is, I'll leave it there. I don't know why it came. And this to me is shocking. And I'm not the only one saying this. When I tweeted first, people told me that I was making it up. They said, oh, you're lying. You're just getting ready because Trump's going to lose, blah, blah, blah. So I posted a picture of it, redacted information, of course. And there it is. It even says on it, official mail-in ballot. I believe there are many individuals, all doing whatever they can to stop Trump, no matter what it is, by any means necessary. And I'm not convinced Trump is going to win after the latest moves made against him and his supporters. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The first thing that I want to lead with is what's going on with this suspension and what's happening with this mass purge of various subreddits, including one of the subreddits that was purged was right-wing LGBT. Now, how does that happen? Because right-wing, I guess. Let me tell you something, guys. Before we get started, head over to timcast.com/donate if you'd like to support my work. Now, let's get serious for a minute. I think it's only a matter of time before they delete me outright from all of these, all of my channels, everything. I'm not kidding, man. I really do think it's coming. I think it's coming sooner than all of you realize. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be lucky. I've gotten a ridiculous amount of views. My numbers are way up. Subscribers are way up. But I've got over, a million plus subscribers across my channels. I think I may even be, getting close. I think I may be at actually over 2 million subscribers across all of my channels. I can't imagine they're going to allow me to keep doing what I do. I mean, and I'm talking about YouTube because they've taken other people down. Other social media companies are taking other people down. And so why would they leave me remaining? Well, look, to be fair, I am the milquetoast fence sitter, right? My opinions are rather tepid, but I don't know, man. I'm just not confident. I mean, when I'm calling out things like I'm up to call out, I imagine it's only a matter of time before I'm gone. So for the time being, you want to support me. timcast.com/donate has, a variety of ways to do that. There's PayPal. There's a P.O. box. The best thing you can do, I guess, is share this video so we can get out the message to the best of our abilities when we can, or as long as we can. And if you just want to watch, then subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell, and let's read the story first from CNN Business. Twitch suspends Trump campaign account. They say Twitch, the video streaming service popular with online gamers, has suspended an account belonging to the Trump campaign, becoming the latest tech platform to take action against President Donald Trump. In a statement provided to CNN, Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, said that hateful conduct is not allowed. What hateful conduct? Yeah, Trump's political platform itself. Have you been paying attention? A couple days ago when Mark Zuckerberg announced they were banning ads that speak, say negative things about various groups, including immigrants. Well, there goes a large portion of Donald Trump's platform. Build that wall, gone. He can't put ads up about that now. He can't even hold rallies where he speaks about what he wants to do because it's hate speech. There you go, man. They say, in line with our policies, President Trump's channel has been issued a temporary suspension from Twitch for comments made on stream, and the offending content has been removed, said a Twitch spokesperson who requested anonymity out of concern for safety issues that might arise if they were named in connection with the company's decision. The content that Twitch said violated its policies on hate included a video of Trump's 2016 campaign rally. Wow. In which he said when Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. That's apparently what they're referring to. Another video that Twitch said violated its policies was video of Trump's recent Tulsa rally, in which Trump spoke hypothetically of a very tough hombre breaking into the house of a young woman. Twitch's decision came days after it said it was stepping up its efforts to combat hate and abuse on its platform. The Trump campaign did not immediately respond to a request for comment. We have another story. Reddit bans r/the Donald and Chapo Trap House. The Donald got banned. Now they've migrated off Reddit a long time ago. It's not surprising though. Listen, I think there are various individuals in various industries that are going to do everything in their power to stop the president. Okay, and that includes shutting down Trump's past and current policy ideas. I don't think the people at Twitch, the people at Reddit necessarily are twirling their mustaches and saying, yeah, we must stop the president. But we have seen leaked video from The Verge, for instance, after Donald Trump won the first time, where people at Google were, I believe they were crying, talking about how they were deeply offended by Trump's victory. Do you think these people would just sit back and do nothing? The first mistake people make, and it really frustrates me, is the conspiracy theories. It's much worse than that, okay? People seem to think there's a cabal, a secret group of people, with top hats and monocles laughing, I'm going to defeat Donald Trump, and they collude at this big meeting. I'm sorry, man. It's actually much more terrifying and much simpler than that. A lot of people with a lot of power hate Donald Trump and will use their platforms and their positions to hurt him. It's that simple. No one from Twitch needed to call up Reddit and be like, hey guys, we're going to do this. This just doesn't need to happen. Twitch just said, shut his channel down. Over at Reddit, internally, they're like, shut the channels down because they don't like Trump. There doesn't need to be a conspiracy at all. It's a standalone complex, right? That's the idea, that so many things happen that seem similar, that people assume there's a concerted effort, assume a conspiracy. All of these different groups are acting as individuals, and it's going to hurt the president. And now I want to read you the story about what's going on in the digital space. Before I do though, I want to sort of tie this together with something that happened the other day. I talked about the mail-in voter fraud in Paterson, New Jersey, and how it's impacting me. So I'm showing you this because this is a mail-in ballot that arrived at my house for someone who does not live here and who did not ask for it. The reason I'm showing you this is because it seems like a bunch of things are lining up to make us question what's going to happen in November. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos. I don't know why there's a piece of mail that says official mail-in ballot on it being sent to my house for someone who doesn't live here, who didn't request it. The crazy thing about this, it actually says official mail-in ballot right on the front. In my opinion, the opportunity for mail-in voter fraud is 100%. It's 1-to-1. It will happen. It will, in my opinion. When here's the way I explained to a friend. All right. First, let me show you this. Sean. Okay. So this was me responding to somebody, but I believe I have Sean Parnell right here. He's running for PA 17th district. He had a very viral ad. He responded saying, same thing happened here in PA with me. Now, here, let me explain to you why this is a big deal. And I want to talk to you about how it does wrap into what we're seeing with the digital space. So bear with me. Mrs. Krasenstein of the famous Krasenstein brothers, I believe it's one of their wives, said, when someone gets a mail-in ballot, they need to request it and provide just as much information as if they are voting in person. Then their signature must match the one on record and the barcode must match their name. It's just as safe as voting in person, if not more so. I said a mail-in ballot arrived at my house last week for someone who no longer lives here. People called me a liar. So I posted a redacted image. It happened. It's a fact. And here's what people are like, so what does it matter? What does it matter? It would be illegal. You're right. Think about it this way. If somebody requested an absentee ballot, let's say you have a criminal who wants to cheat an election. How would they know who is getting an absentee ballot? They wouldn't. They could walk around popping open mailboxes illegally, and they wouldn't know who's getting an absentee ballot. So what are they going to do? What happens when a bunch of states announce they are going to send out these mail-in ballots to everyone, regardless of whether or not you wanted it? Now they know they can just check every mailbox and they'll probably find one eventually. How easy would that be? More importantly, they can go to areas they know are inactive voters and they'll never question what their votes did in the first place. The largest voting bloc in this country is not Democrat. It's not Republican. It's didn't vote. So how many people won't vote, won't even know they got a mail-in ballot because someone else will fill it out and they'll never question it? These are the risks of mail-in ballots. People can just take them. No security, no cameras. You don't know who did it. You don't know how it happened. It's that simple. Things, in my opinion, are lining up to make sure Trump doesn't win. And I got a doozy for you. This is going to be a weird video. Again, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm saying you got a lot of people who don't like Trump and they're going to do what they can. And it's going to pile up. It's going to pile up into a great avalanche. And each individual is not talking to the other. The snowflakes aren't talking to each other. They're just all riding the avalanche down. That's what's happening. Check this out. More than 2,000 communities are being removed on Monday for violating Reddit's new content policies. Retroactive bans. The Donald banned. They knew it was coming. And there it is. Over at the Donald.win, they actually point this out. The Donald has officially been banned after 4 months of inactivity. There was nothing on the Reddit. What are they banning him for? Nobody even posted there. In fact, my understanding is that the admins disabled the ability to even post unless you were like an approved poster of some sort. So you have these regular people, can't even post there, leave to their own website, thedonald.win. And what happens? They get banned? Okay, if that's the case, then is Reddit banning these subs for retroactive violations? That is insane. But it's exactly what's happening. And that's why I think it's entirely possible they ban me. Of course, Tim Pool follows all the rules. I don't say the naughty names I'm not supposed to say. I don't engage in hate speech. But what they'll do is they'll create a new rule saying, it could be something really simple. Oh, you can't use this news site. You can't say this kind of thing. Oh, now all of a sudden Democrats are a protected group. And then they'll ban you. So what am I supposed to do? Delete every single video I've ever made? Maybe. If you want the channel to survive, one of the tactics you could do is just delete every single video and then just post a video. And then after 3 days, delete it. Otherwise, they will ban you for retroactive violations. Now, here's where things, in my opinion, get interesting. Over at a subreddit called Watch Reddit Die, they routinely post things showing how Reddit is it's being censored, it's becoming corporate, it's becoming fake. And this was posted 1 day ago. Reddit's largest ever ban wave is coming Monday. I've been working in the San Francisco tech industry for about 15 years now, and have a few friends that work at Reddit. Apparently, they're going to ban a large number of subs on Monday and frame it as an anti-racism initiative. But the scope of the subs being banned is supposed to be larger than that. The staff is anticipating that things are going to be crazy. That's all I know. And then people started saying, when's it going to happen? It's not going to happen. We get these conspiracy posts all the time. Here we are. Literally happened. The intel was good. And now there's just wave after wave of subreddits being banned. Most of these that are being banned were favorable towards Trump, conservatives, or the right in terms of culture war issues, anti-SJW. And they're being purged. My private platform, I guess. So where do we go from here? I imagine it's only, I don't know how long it will be until Trump is banned from Twitter, from Facebook. But we have this right here. Stefan Molyneux tweeted out earlier today. My channel, active without problems since 2006, was just terminated without any prior warnings. I had almost 1 million subscribers, over 250 million views, and have consistently advocated for peace and reason in the resolution of social conflicts. Please review. I don't know a whole lot about Stefan Molyneux, to be honest. I know he's been accused of being a bunch of things or whatever. I don't know. The point is, he had nearly 1 million subscribers, and they nuked his channel. He's not the only one. Now, I believe it's happened before. I'm not sure. Maybe YouTube will overturn this, but I would not be surprised if it just keeps happening. These are all things that are lining up to negatively impact Donald Trump in the 2020 election. Many people are saying quote, they will never allow Trump to win again. And of course, they mean the Democratic establishment, that they're going to do everything they can, use every single connection they have, every single supporter. And while I agree the Democratic Party, of course they want to win. Of course they don't want Trump to win. I'm not of the opinion that there is any secret, meetings happening. I just think it's silly. You don't even need to think that. It's much simpler. The people who hate Trump will do everything to stop him. And they've got Trump derangement syndrome. The media is inundated with lies. There's censorship. Now we've got a potential for mail-in voter fraud, which is insane. I was talking to a friend earlier, and when I posted, I shared my tweet about there's a mail-in ballot. I got it right here. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. I can't show it because I don't want to reveal any private information. But I was like, look, it's happening. And they're like, oh, are you now trying to claim there's going to be voter fraud? It's totally secure. People do mail-in votes all the time. And I said, no, people do absentee ballots all the time. And these are secure because they're limited. If we start sending all of these things out to everybody, how are we going to track anything? It's going to be chaos. And that's where we're headed. Now take a look at the most insane story I have seen yet. And it probably won't be the last in this vein. Rough polling stretch has GOP operatives asking, could Trump drop out? Some GOP operatives are wondering if the president could drop out of the presidential race if his poll numbers don't improve. Man, there is a war going on for your mind. The other day, I highlighted two stories. One from Politico. It said, Trump admits it. He's losing. Privately, Trump is saying he's losing. Then, the official statement from Trump, predicting a big win. The silent majority will stand up and will support the president. So which is it? Well, if Trump is saying it, coming out of his mouth, he's planning on winning, why would I take someone else's word for what they're saying he's saying privately? That makes no sense. It's even confusing to say. But look at this story. They say, a stretch of lackluster polling for President Trump has some Republican operatives nervous about the president's re-election prospects in November, with some even floating the possibility for the first time that Trump could drop out if his poll numbers don't rebound. What? His poll numbers were bad in 2016. Are you nuts? Now, I get it. They weren't that bad relative to where they are now, but he just kept going. He said he was going to win, and then he won. Why would he stop now if he thinks he's going to win? And he's saying the silent majority is coming to help him. What is this? This is nuts. It's too early to tell. It's too early, but if the polls continue to worsen, you can see a scenario where he drops out. One GOP operative who asked to remain anonymous told Fox News. I've heard the talk, but I doubt it's true. Another said, my bet is he drops if he believes there's no way to win. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Trump says, we don't have an agenda. We've done what we wanted to do. We've made tremendous accomplishments. And now it's time for someone else to step in and carry the torch. Maybe. It's possible. But it's absurd, in my opinion, that, we're seeing all of these things conspiring, and I'm using that term figuratively, to convince you that Trump doesn't want to win, that Trump is going to quit, that Trump is a bigot, that he's being banned, that all these negative things are happening. I asked myself, right? So why would they ban the Donald subreddit when it's been inactive for 4 months? Bad press. Because people don't know anything about the Donald. All they know is it's a Donald Trump forum. So what happens? The media comes out saying hate speech, his supporters are bigots and all that stuff. And the New York Times reports Donald Trump supporters were engaging in rule-breaking behavior and thus it was banned, even though they're not there anymore. The press doesn't care. The New York Times didn't report that. The New York Times didn't report that the Donald moved. They just reported that the subreddit was banned for hate speech. And there you go. Now Twitch is doing the same thing. Why? Because it's public. It's public court. Okay, it's the court of public opinion. No one can prove whether Trump said anything bigoted. They just say we banned Trump for this, and people go, "Wow." Now look at this. Not only are they trying to tell you that Trump is a bad person, and you're allowed to believe it. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not here to tell you what's true or not. I'm just saying it's piling up. They're now telling you that not even Trump wants to be president. Well, who would vote for that man in that regard? Do they really think Joe Biden's going to carry this? That to me seems nuts. But yes, check out this. This is from jhkforecast.com. It's been making its way around Twitter. Joe Biden, 87% chance to win. Trump, 13.1%. You kidding me? It is 2016 all over again. But it's 2016 to Donald Trump re-election boogaloo. It's everything they tried in 2016, but they turned that knob up to 11, man. To 11. They're saying the same things. Trump can't win. Biden's going to win. We don't even know who Joe Biden's VP pick is yet, and we're only a few months out. How much you want to bet it's Hillary Clinton? I'm done. I'm done playing games. You know what, man? I've been texting with some very high-profile pundit personality types. People I know. You can probably take guesses at who I'm probably talking about. But people who are in the middle, a little left, a little right. And everyone's saying, like, this is the craziest year ever. Nothing makes sense. How could this be possible? Yes, you think it's nuts, you think it's crazy. Don't be surprised when Joe Biden picks Hillary Clinton and then like a month before the election, Joe Biden, becomes incapable and hands her the nomination. Well, the convention's already long since passed. We can't do another convention, so we'll just have Hillary Clinton do it. Then she gets her rematch and then she wins. Or not, or loses. I don't know, man. Look, I don't want to believe it'll be Hillary Clinton, but come on, man. Let's play a game. Let's play a game called The Year is 2020. We're approaching July, more than halfway through the year. Based on everything you've seen so far, would you really doubt that Hillary Clinton could be the VP? No, you'd be crazy. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if aliens came down. In Miami, they're seeing a bunch of weird alien lights, like weird lights in the sky, UFOs. I'm kidding, by the way. They really are seeing weird lights, a bunch of videos popping up. I don't know what it is, though. But I'm joking, okay? I would be very surprised if aliens came. The point I'm making is, because many people apparently don't understand humor and sarcasm, the point I'm making is that everything is getting so crazy, I would not be surprised if Joe Biden comes out and says, we need someone with experience and talent, Hillary Clinton. And then everyone vomits and, groans. And then Joe Biden says, you know what, I'm too old, I quit. And then it's Hillary versus Trump all over again. I would not be surprised. Would you? Okay, now listen. Maybe this has all been very, very negative. And now you're all saying, Tim, stop giving into the pessimism. No, I got some good news for you. Check it out. I talked about all of that social media censorship, right? Okay. Parlay topples tech tyrant Twitter and Apple News App Store. That's right. I don't know if they have a photo of it, but Parlay is now number one above Twitter. That's been going viral. They added 1 million users in a week or so. And these people have not left Twitter. A lot of people are like, don't leave, they're leaving Twitter, good riddance. It's like, dude, you can be on multiple social media websites. So now we are seeing the reemergence of high-profile right-wing personalities. People who had been banned before are popping up with large followings on Parlay. Maybe if people are banned, they'll just go somewhere else. I don't know for sure. I don't know if I'd be one of those people, to be honest. But a lot of the people who are very active in politics, who had been purged from everywhere else, are now on Parlay. And you can use it to see people you might not have been able to hear from. Notably, people like Sargon of Akkad, for instance. Now, he's still on YouTube, but he's not on Twitter. Well, he is on Parlay, officially verified and all. So it's good news. And not just that, we have a press release. This is actually amazing, man. This press release from the Trump campaign, in my opinion, is insane. They mentioned the enthusiasm gap. Look at this. Trump is getting record primary turnout. Even though no one has to vote for him, he's getting ridiculous record voting from people who just want to vote for him. And he's dominating the primaries to 99%, right? Joe Biden is the only Democratic nominee at this point, okay? And he got 65% in West Virginia on June 9th of the Democratic primary vote. Look at this. Biden's vote share in the primaries occurring after Bernie Sanders dropped out of the race. This is nuts. Bernie Sanders dropped out, and in Alaska, Joe Biden only got 55%. That's crazy, man. That's really, really good news for Trump. Listen, I can't predict what'll happen, but I hope you're enjoying the ride, right? Because I was saying for a long time, isn't life boring? Certainly not boring anymore. Well, I might get banned, but if I do, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my van down by the river. I'm going to go fishing and maybe skateboard a little bit, play some music, and just mind my own business. I can't tell you what, it's been a crazy ride, I'll tell you that much. But every day, listen, the way I explain it to people, there's a big island, right? It's a big cliff, the sheer drop around every side. And you have the left and you have the right, and the cliffs are slamming into it, and the ground is eroding. And although I may be in the center, Eventually, the waves are going to hit and the whole thing comes crumbling down. So they very well may come and delete my channels. They may ban me from YouTube. I would not be surprised. Stefan Molyneux had no guideline strikes. They nuked his channel. It's happened to other people. It could be an accident. It could be a mistake. It could be a warning. They might restore him. I don't know. Now, I think I don't know a whole lot about Stefan Molyneux or many of these other channels that have been banned, but they've purged people from the partner program too. It's another thing they do. I wouldn't be surprised if, in order to avoid the controversy, they just nuke me from the partner program so that I can't make any money anymore. That's possible. But I guess we'll see how things play out, man. Next segment's coming up at 6 p.m. youtube.com/TimCastNews, and I will see you all then.